drumming in an eclipse. So we're going to have fun with this.
I'm going to, pardon me, Gail. I'm going to drop the schedule into the chat as soon as I can go grab it. It's kind of a unique schedule today. We are going to do a 33-minute sound check. I believe grandfather Alex White Plume just entered the room, Gal. Amazing. So
Oh,
I know. So we're going to do a sound check. Gail's going to get us all oriented. We're going to do a sound check from one drummer to the X. I will give you a 10-minute warning at 10:23. We will start precisely at it'll yeah, wait a minute. I'm all mixed up. I'm going off the old times. So I'm going to be speaking in Central because I'm looking at my clock. So we will start drumming at 1:33 Central, which is 2:33 on the East Coast. And from there, I'm going to go get the time schedule, put it in. I'm going to start putting some co-hosts in place so y'all can help with the door, please.
welcome, Grandfather Alex. I'm so happy to see you are here with us and hope you brought your drum. Come say hello if you can. I want to encourage everybody to burn a little sage, a little sweetgrass, offer it to your drum, a little cedar, rabbit tobacco, also called everlasting if you got it. Lobelia. The lobelia offering goes a long way in our native tobacco here on Turtle Island. Get yourself as comfortable as you can, because this is going to be a long one. Sharing my breath with my drum. You're welcome to do the same, whatever tradition you may have in your relationship with your drum. Let's bring ourselves in. Call to our ancestors, bring in the water, the river basin that you're in, the original inhabitants of the land you're on, if you want to do that. Ancestors, whatever feels good to you. I'll lead by example. Gliga Kwesque, dancing heron, dances with death, call me Gale. And Mayui Ganaita and Takiosti, the long man whose head is on the mountain and his feet are in the sea. Our river that flows to the north. Takiosti, some people say that means where they race, the widest part of the river. In Asheville, North Carolina, so called. On our sacred mountain, Adagul, that means helping many people. And we are the people who resisted both removal on the Trail of Tears and the reservation called Cherokee by the federal government. So, this mountain continues to encourage appropriate resistance. And I'm in my ancestral homelands, Woodlands people and Salagi people. Okay, who wants to go next quickly so we can start our drumming? Sylvia, I see your hand. Bring yourself in.
Sylvia, in the basins of the Olentangy and Scioto rivers. Aho.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Tracy, you want to go next? Bring us in down under.
Hello, I'm Tracy and I'm from Southeast Australia, from Gunai Kurnai land, and I live on the mighty Mitchell River.
Thank
and I'm
you,
really
Tracy.
pleased to be here. Thank you.
We're happy you're here. Yeah. Pamela, would you come in next, please?
Hi, I'm Pamela. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, which is on the Ottawa River, which is the Algonquin River, which is the center of the Algonquin River watershed, which is where the Algonquin have always lived.
Thank you, Pamela. Freebird, would you bring yourself in this way, please?
Hi, I am a Freebird, and I am currently sitting where the five rivers come together into the Great Miami River, about 50 miles north of the Serpent Mound, and goes into the Ohio River and on into the Mississippi. I'm grateful to be here and in my.
Thank you, Freebird. We're happy that Serpent Mound energy is joining us today. Amanda, would you bring yourself in this way, please?
Yes, I'm Amanda and I'm speaking from the UK. My river basin is the River Arun, which leads down to the sea at Littlehampton, and I'm honoured and delighted and excited to be here.
Thank you so much. Chris, would you bring yourself in this way, please?
Good day, all. My name is Chris. I'm coming to you from the Ohio River watershed. I'm about foot distant from the lovely Freebird, the other side of Serpent Mound, where I hope to be later today and into tomorrow. And I'm happy to bring this drum in that was made by Imani's husband, Dean, from 30, 40 years ago. And where my drum and I are both happy to be here.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Chris. Grandfather Alex, can you bring yourself in? Say hello. Can you unmute? We can't hear you yet. Can you unmute? There you go. Oh, we still can't hear you. Went back on mute. Oh, we still can't hear you, Grandfather. We want to hear your drum. We want to hear your voice. Sign language.
Grandfather
Yeah.
Alex, I think we still have the same problem as before, and it would be helpful if you would just completely unplug your computer. That will reset your audio. Thank you, Grandfather.
Yeah, please do something. Come back. Let's see. Where did I get? Richard, would you present yourself in your river basin, please?
Thank you. I'm Richard. I think the nearest river is probably going to be the Canadian River. I know it comes from Canada, and I can't remember how far south. I know it goes down even into Texas, probably joins the Red River. And I'm happy to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. I see we've got two Richards. Would the other Richard like to bring yourself in at this point? No.
Hi. Yeah, I'm in near the Santa Cruz River basin in southern Arizona.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Lynn, would you like to bring yourself in this way? Lynn, are you here?
I don't
Okay,
think so. We have Marcia.
how about Ari? Are you ready to bring yourself in presence to your water, your river basin, Ari? Nope. How about Marcia?
Hi, this is Marcia. I'm in southeastern Ohio, probably closest to Fox Lake and the Hocking River and southeastern Ohio and then the Ohio River. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Karen Rife, would you like to present yourself in this way?
Hi, I'm Karen and I am on Lake Kiwi near River of Kiwi and not too far from the French Broad in South
Hey,
Carolina.
yeah, welcome. So glad you're joining us and bringing your drum in today.
Thank you.
Mhm. I see Grandfather Alex is back. Shall we try again? Oh, he still can't hear you. What are we gonna do? We need to hear your drum and your voice. What can we do? Can't hear you.
Grandfather Alex, I don't know if you just went out and came back in, but we have this problem, and I really think you're going to have to completely cold boot your computer. Come back up. Let your computer boot back up and then come back in.
I had to do that. Yeah, it's a
Right.
pain. It's pain. But we
Mulish,
really want to
Grandfather,
hear
thank you.
you. Yeah, please try to turn the whole thing off and back on and come back. See us again. Okay, Tim, would you like to bring yourself in this way?
Hi, I'm Tim from Bournemouth. I'm on the River Bourne, south coast of England in Dorset. Yeah, thank you. I'm pleased to be here and I love it here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. And Ari, are you with us at this time? Would you like to bring yourself in? Presence your river basin? Wherever you are, Ari? Okay, did I miss anyone? Help me out if I did. I think that's all of us who are able to speak at this time. So does anybody need help with their original sound button before we do our drumming sound check? And
And
think
before we
Shonda's-
move on to that, I am She Who Weaves.
Oh, I'm
And,
sorry. Oh, I
and
knew you. Yeah,
I am
thank you.
Shonda. My ceremonial name is She Who Weaves, and I am on the west central plains of Texas on the original lands of the Tico Kickapoo and the Alapan Apache Colorado River Basin. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Shonda. And I think she's got the time keeping going on for us. And is everybody okay with the original sound? Does anybody need help with that? Shonda can guide you and help you if you need help with that one. That's a challenge. And we're hoping that Grandfather Alex will come in and be able to speak with us soon.
Okay,
Aye,
we're gonna go back to gallery view real quick. I would like for everybody to do a sound check of your drum. Tracy, can you start us out since you're unmuted already?
well, I haven't got a drum. I've got sticks.
Yeah, just anything. Is your original sound on, sister?
Well, I don't know what that is on the mobile handheld.
Just play your sticks and we'll tell you how it sounds.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Remember, I don't know how to do it though.
That's all right. It's all
Okay,
good.
Tracy,
We
we're not
can't hear you.
picking up anything because your
Okay.
original sound's not on.
But I don't know.
Okay, let me walk you through it because we've only got a few minutes for sound check. If you will look down by what are you on? Are you on a laptop phone or what are you on?
Oh, I'm on an iPhone, Apple.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the one we've never had problems.
Okay, so
Ev-
I'm not
Everybody
well.
with an iPhone can't figure it. Yeah, it's something with iPhone. Does
You wonder-
anyone, Tracy, let me have the talking stick right now, please. Does anyone have instruction for Tracy about an iPhone? Does anyone know how to get original sound on for an iPhone? We've had this problem over and over and we've never been able to figure it out. So if anyone could help with that solution, please speak up.
But I'm happy to be in the background because I'm well. So I was just going to be silent.
Yeah,
Okay, babe.
frequency will be there.
Okay,
Energy.
baby, that's great. Another thing to remember, we would love for everyone to dance. If you get tired of drumming, you need to stretch, just get up and dance. And
I
just,
will.
be in the presence. Thank you, sister. I love you. Okay, let's go to the next drum. Sylvia, please bring in your drum and an original sound. Hang on, sister, you need to unmute.
Yeah,
I
I'll
thought
need
I did, sorry.
There we go.
button.
Oh, great. You're beautiful. You're awesome. Freebird, please bring in your drum. Yep, you're there too. Great, great. Karen, would you like to bring in your drum, please?
Is it not
Karen?
working? I just
Oh.
did, is it not working? I do have on my original.
No, sister, we're not hearing anything. Try again. Karen, there is a new upgrade with Zoom. If you will look up in the top left-hand corner, you will see
Another
why
one?
Yes, I know, but it's actually a good one. So when you turn on original sound, it now gives you an external toggle to where you can turn it off and on. If you look up in the left-hand corner of Zoom, it says original sound for musicians. That's a toggle. You need to make sure that that is also on. If you don't see that, then you may need to go back and make sure it actually got turned on. And you go check that out, Karen, and we'll come back. Amanda, go ahead, please. You're good. You're great. Chris, go ahead, please. No, not yet, Chris. Check your original sound. No, not yet. Have you, Chris, I know you know how to set the original. Check that toggle up in the left, the new upgrade with Zoom. You guys should see it up the top of the screen. You'll see recording, custom live streaming. It should be right up there. It should say,
I'll work on it. Move on. Thank you so much.
okay. Anyone else have your drum that you need to bring in? Richard? Karen, you want to try yours again?
Hang on, there we go.
There you go.
No,
No, not yet, sister.
everything is checked. Let's see.
Enable original sound.
Yep.
I went through that iPhone link somebody posted and I don't see those settings on mine. I'm on the latest iOS and Zoom version.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've even had people Google it and not be able to find any solution on YouTube or Google. So I'm stuck with iPhones. I don't know how to help
Yeah.
anybody with
If
that.
there's a setting, it's hidden.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm going to walk everybody through it just in case. If you're on a computer or let's start with the computer. Where your microphone is, where you mute yourself, there is an up caret there. If you click on that, it opens up a menu. Down at the bottom, you should have audio settings. When you open that, that opens up your actual Zoom settings within your account. Then you've got speaker, microphone to test all that. Under that, you've got audio profile. That is where you can turn off the Zoom background noise filter and turn on original sound. One thing to note, when we get through drumming, we're going to do 3 drumming sessions with teachings in between. Make sure you turn your original sound back off. If not, it will produce an echo within the room. So let's try to remember that. And that's about the best I could do, guys, as far as my personal knowledge, what I know through my own system here, how to get to. I do know on not an iPhone, but a regular Android phone, you should be able to, I think it's where the screen is. Richard, we went over that the other day. Do you remember? I'm going to go log in with my phone so I can remember. Or does
On the-
anyone know right off how to turn on original sound on an iPhone? Not an iPhone, a regular phone. Go ahead,
On
Free.
the regular, this is Freebird.
Guys.
I'll pick up. On that, down at the bottom on a tablet or a phone, including the iPhone, I do believe, but don't quote me on that. Where it has the more button down at the bottom next to participants, you click on that and you scroll, and there will be a setting there that says enable original sound, and you click on that. You'll hear there'll be like a flash, a click, a flash or something like that, and then you know that the original sound is on, and it should go through your earbuds and or headset as well. That's all I have. Thank you.
That's exactly how I was trying to remember it. Thank you for that, Freebird. Isabel, are you with us? Would you like to check your drum? Are you here to dance and observe? Oh, I don't even see Isabel's mic up. Isabel, can you hear us? What about you, Ursula?
You want to present yourself, Ursula, with your water too?
Yes, my computer's a bit unstable, so I'm sticking to the picture instead of my mug, and
Yes.
hopefully I'll be able to take part. Just
Wonderful. Ursula,
just-
go ahead. Ursula, go ahead and bring yourself in, please, with your watershed and your land acknowledgement, please.
Oh yes, so I'm Ursula from Cornwall, the south foot of England, and my watershed is in the Celtic lands, and it's the Atlantic Ocean.
Beautiful, thank you. Okay, we got 4 minutes, 5 maybe.
Ursula, are you going to be drumming with us? Would you like to check your drum sound? Are you just going to be observing and
No, I shall be observing if I'm needed, but I don't have a drum yet.
Okay, all right, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, let's go, Gail. I'm going to turn the floor back over to you. We are already recording, so hello, welcome, Walking the Red Road and all of the others that the Amazing Sign Network has tied us into. We are in the Global Fire Ceremony Room on the One World Earth Network. And this is the this is the Global Drum Gathering, which is happening all over the world. And please come join us if you wish. And if not, everybody grab your drum out there. And we are 3 minutes out. We want to start precisely it at 1:33 Central. That's 2:33 on the East Coast. We're going to drum to the top of the hour. That is a 27-minute cycle. It doesn't matter if you're hurt or not. If you couldn't get original sound, it's the spirit of the gathering. And we are honored that you are all here with us today. And then at the top of the hour, our wisdom keeper, Grandmother Gail Thomas, will come back, and she is going to do some shamanic drum teaching for exactly 33 minutes. So I will be timekeeper on that. So you guys just, I may start muting people. We're not really sure how the timekeeping's gonna, because I'm not really gonna run a clock. So let's just go with the flow. We are, Gail, we're 3 minutes out, and I will tell everybody exactly when we are there. So Gail, you have the
Great.
floor. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is quite an honor to lead you all in a shamanic beat. And the nice thing about a shamanic beat is you weave in and out. It's not the all together now on the same beat. We don't have to worry about the delay or anything. Just hold the rhythm, hold the frequency, the vibration. Even if we can't hear you, we will feel you and we will know that you are with us in this way. We invoke that shamanic beat, and it takes us outside of space and time and outside of Zoom. So we will be all together in the non-ordinary reality, which is the spiritual way. So let's join in that way. And actually, I think Pamela has a timer if she wants to use that timer to help us. That might be good, Pamela. Do you want to try to bring your timer in for us?
Sure. How many minutes?
27, Shonda, is that right?
Just
Give us a countdown.
Q is in at the top of the hour. We're going to start in 2 minutes. Q is in at the top of the hour, Pam, please.
You know, it may take our mics a little bit of an adjustment time. Zoom automatically perceives and adjusts mics. So we may sound a little wonky in the beginning and then we'll come together. So don't worry about that. If that happens, we will just weave in and out and find our way together. So,
Oh, and I've got a broken djembe and I just went and got it out of the bedroom so we can sing it. I have to get it skinned. But I thought I'd bring it out for medicine drumming. So
nice.
it beside me. Yeah. Torn.
Sweet. Yeah, rattles, anything, sticks, whatever you've got. So let's all go to our original sound and get ready. Let's see, I don't see the clock for the 2-minute countdown. What are you going to tell us, Shonda? What are you going to give us on
When we get there? You got 1 minute and it's go. There we are, 1:33.
Okay, I'll start now. The 7 minutes.
Waiting room for a little while. Welcome to Hug. Just start drumming with us.
Rhonda, what are you hearing?
You're good.
I'm gonna pass the lead to Becky for the last 4 minutes, please. Everybody give Becky the lead. If your box turns green, you're overpowering the lead. So back up and give Becky the lead for the last 4 minutes, please. Don't stop, just back off. Okay, our timer in the corner says 4 minutes and 22 seconds. At 4 minutes, I'm gonna pass it to Becky. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go on, Becky. Keep going.
Can you hear it okay?
Keep going. A little bit louder. Sylvia, back off a tiny bit. A little louder, Becky, if you can.
And we're gonna go ahead and pull. Everybody, mute yourself, please. We're gonna go ahead and bring in Gail. Becky, you need to check your original sound, please.
How do I do that? I forget.
Let's move back to that subject here in a little bit. Gail, do you need to take a break? Do we want to pass the feather for a few minutes? We're going to be in a 33-minute teaching session from here. Everybody hydrate. Make sure you're well and rested.
Don't know how to turn on original sound. I'll be right back.
Ah, welcome, Grandfather Alex. I'm so glad you're back.
Sister, original sound. Let's see if
Shonda, thank you. Woo, everybody breathe, breathe deep and feel that vibration. Can you feel your bones vibrating? That's not the easiest thing to say after 20 minutes of drumming or however many that was. But you guys are great. You did great. I really love the movement, Tracy. Everybody who's moving with their drumming really adds to the experience. And
Grandfather,
Alex,
yeah, Grandfather Alex, check your mic, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Beautiful.
Oh,
You
right
are
on,
back with us, brother.
right on.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
I had to press many buttons and I finally got it on.
I saw that button pressing. Yep, it works. That's great.
Well, it's good to
Okay.
meet all of you.
I'm
Wonderful.
so glad you're here. Do you want to bring your river basin in and anything to tell us about yourself, Grandfather Alex? And
I'd like to share that the younger generation, I grew up fighting for treaties and return to the Black Hills practically all of my life. And now I'm 73, so I kind of stepped aside for youth to step up to be leaders. And I'm so happy and proud that my grandson joined in starting a movement to educate people on why the Black Hills should be returned to the Lakota people. So he's just busy at 21 years old, being a young activist. I'm just so proud of him. He's carrying on the fight. So I'd like to ask everybody to support. I think all treaties need to be honored. Nations, I hate to use the word tribe because I looked in the dictionary and tribe means a pack of wild dogs. And so we have to be a tribe. I claim to be a Rottweiler.
oh, that's great.
So, but I just like to tell everybody we need to support the original return of the original peoples to the territories. They have many ceremonies, many different rituals, many different songs that need to return to the original land in that area. Some have spirits from the turtle, some have flower. To us, we use the buffalo and the eagle, and these all need to return before we die out as colonized Americans. And I don't want to be a colonized American. I'm a Lakota. So thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Grandfather Alex. I'm so happy that you're here today. And we're going to talk about the original spiritual drumming ways of the Woodlands people.
Mhm.
And if you'd like to talk about the ways, the original spiritual drumming, healing ways of the Plains people
Mhm.
after a little bit, I'm
Yeah.
happy for you to do that. I'll start
Yeah.
us out with the Woodlands people, although the Plains
Mhm.
people came first, you know. They came here to Turtle Island first and brought the energies of the sun. So if you'd like to speak first, you're very welcome to do that, whatever you're comfortable with, Grandfather.
Certainly, I know the origin of the drum of the Lakota Nation, and of course, all tribes claim to be here first. We also have a similar story, and I don't know, it might take a couple minutes if you guys will bear with me, or I could wait also.
Up to you. Yeah, we got 33, probably 30 left, whatever. Shonda's got our clock.
Yeah.
I believe you should carry on, Grandfather. We're so honored you're here with us.
Oh, great. Okay. I will share this with all my grandchildren. My children all grown up, so now I'm teaching the grandchildren. But the story starts out with where one time the earth was first forming. The trees were short, everything was just small. Grass were kind of tall, but not that tall, and everything was kind of small growing. And there was agreement made where who's going to eat who, and all that took place. And here, one day it was this weasel. He was going to the lake to get a drink of water, and he was just angry because at that time life was just beginning and everything was just boring. It was the same thing every day, and all the animals lived separate from each other now. Anyway, he was just grumpy and he was just going along, and of course they're kind of tall and long, so he was going on all fours, and every now and then he'd get up on his hind legs and look to make sure he's heading towards the right direction, towards the lake. And here, this one particular time when he stood up to look, there was a stick laying in his way that he didn't see. So it tripped him and he fell down in a puff of dust. And And this was the first time he got angry. Oh, he got so angry. He said, "You, do I hate you? Shit, it, ah." Oh, I mean, who did that? Who tripped me? Oh, it's you. He took that stick and he said, "I'm going to teach you a lesson." And he looked around and here there's a huge log laying there. So he walked that way and he took that stick and he hit that log in here. Sound. And his heart jumped, and first time anybody ever heard that. So he dropped a stick and he got it and he was looking at it and just seeing it and feeling it, smelled it, and then he went to that log again and he hit, and his heart kind of jumped with that sound. And so he liked it, and he kind of went to it and he kind of got in with it, you know, and he imitated the sound of his heart. When his heart beat, he would hit it. And he kept doing that. And all the animals around there looked at him and said, "Shah, knock it off. You're bothering us. We're trying to eat. Knock it off. You're going to attract the bear. He's going to eat us." And they all shoot him. But he kind of threw his head up and he smiled. And that just made everybody around him angry. But he got attention and he didn't stop. He kept doing it. And they said the second animal that was curious was Monka, the skunk. He's always every place. When he hears a noise, he'll always go there to see. Anyway, he came up and he looked around and found a similar stick, and pretty soon there was two of them. And this kept going, and I'm gonna kind of jump over a few things just to make to the point. And pretty soon there was a bunch of them. But that skunk, he couldn't stand up because he's a four-legged. And so he kept falling over. So pretty soon he stood on his tail. So in those days, he was kind of considered a three-legged, but he got his balance, and that's how he helped out. And other animals came and joined, and pretty soon all the different bird species, they all sat in the trees. What's this commotion going on? And they all looked and they watched and they got into it. And then at first, all the people beating that log going dug, 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 dug. And then eventually they all came in sync, and it really sounded good. They just loved it. And they were standing there, and they said even us human, us two-legged, we weren't that huge, but we joined in with all the other critters, and we started hitting that log. And it kept going like this, and pretty soon out of the tree, a meadowlark jumped out. His wings just, and he fluffed his tail out and he just landed proudly, and he hit the ground and he jumped sideways like this and timed it to the drum. And oh, that looked beautiful. So all the other meadowlark relatives looked at him and say, "We got to join our relative." So they all came down and they all just went to the left, just kind of jumping, and all the other birds got jealous because they seen what a beautiful thing that was going on. And those critters didn't stop. They just kept hitting the log, and the meadowlark, he took up a song. It goes like this. It goes, "Hey, hey, ha, hey, hey, ha, hey, ya, hey, ha, hey, ya, hey, ha, hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, ya." Hey, ya, ya, hey, hey, ho. So anyway, that was sound good. So all of them started singing. And pretty soon other birds, the magpies, always the clumsy one that's always had to be first on everything. He's just watching, just looking down with curiosity. And so the meadowlarks, when they got done singing, they all went back up to the tree. And so the magpie, he came second, you know, and he kind of flew down. His wings were fluffed out and his tail feathers, and he just landed gently. And he too, he jumped kind of forward. And so all the other birds of his relatives came and joined him, and they all just had a beautiful time jumping up and down to that beat, to that log. And then they flew up. So all the different winged nations, they all took turns. And the last one to come down was the eagle. He was just majestic, proud, never make a mistake. He had huge claws. And so he jumped down and he started jumping, and his claws were so big that he created a dust storm. But all the other eagles kind of seen that, and they smiled, and they came down and they created quite a dust storm. And then they all went back up to the animals. So the drum beat was going on, and there was nothing for a while. And different animals came in, little ones at first, worked their way up. Then the deer came up, tachcha we call them. And they kind of twinkled toward, they jumped up and they threw their feet and Then they quit and they went back to the corner. So Monka, the skunk, he left his stick from the log and he turned around and he came and he had to set the example. So he fluffed his tail out, but it was kind of bent like this. And everybody just had a laugh. And they said that was the first time in oral history that laughter was heard all across the country. But he didn't care. So he jumped up and he flicked his legs back like this, jumped up and he went along and oh, that was beautiful. So all the skunk nation, they all came and they were all out there to imitate the way he did it. And this kept going on and on. And the horses, the different types of deer, the versus the buffalo came out, our majestic Tatanka, which means his great owner, he came out and he was trying to stand up and imitate the birds, but the buffalo, just like me, broad shoulders and narrow at the hips. Hey, I'm just kidding. Anyway, he couldn't do it. He kept sliding this way and that way. And so pretty soon he went down. He didn't know what to do, so he imitated the skunk. He jumped up and he just flipped his feet back, just the same way that skunk did. And everybody's seen that, but it was just fun and laughter, so they all laughed. And anyway, all the animals went by, and the last one was Matho, the bear, the majestic bear. And he came out there, but he didn't want to act like anybody else. He's always his own way. And Matho, he was known to eat everybody. He knew how he could eat everything. And so he stood there and then he stood up. And so everybody took off running. All the critters took off running and the birds almost flew away. And they said, oh, we forgot we're having fun, So they all came back, got back in order, and they start hitting that log again and kept going. And here, the bear, he done a stylized step. He hold his head up straight and just his feet moved. And today we still do these types of dancing. And that was known as the chief's dance. If you go to a gathering of nations or powwows, you see the chiefs, they dance with their bonnet. They don't make the fancy moves. They hold themselves straight. That's imitation of the bear. And all the dancers usually imitate something. But today, that log turned out to be like this. This is wood. And we have to hide on it. And this imitates that log from the very first time, the origin of the drum. And here's the stick that tripped that little weasel. And I can't make this work. But these continue today. So when you go to a powwow or any ceremony, no one can say, I made this song. This is my song. No, these were songs made by all species that live on the earth, because we all closely related in some way. So that's our origin of the drum and song and laughter, the first time on this world that's ever happened. And it's continuing today. There's a pan-Indianism, it's called, and Lakota were one of the original peoples. There was a time when we had to go into caves to survive because just north of me, about 100 miles, there was an ice sheet that was about a mile, some places 5 miles high. And it was so cold that nothing could live, nothing could exist. And we had to survive. So we went into the Black Hills and we explored many caves. And you go into the caves, you go down, and it's not dark because there's diamonds, crystals, gold, different minerals that let the light in and it reflected. So there's light down there. And deep within Mother Earth, there's a fire that's so hot that it turns rock to liquid. And so there was warmth. So we went to that place where it was warm, it was light, and we ate lizards, roots, things that live under earth. And that's how we survived for thousands of years. And then at one time, we came out above the earth again. That's our origin story on how we lived and survived. And so today, there's many translations of that. A lot of white people come here, they call them archaeologists. To us, that's a bad word. And they study us and say, oh, the Indians were this way. The Indians were this way. No, they're all false. They don't really speak the language. They don't know. They didn't come here and talk to me and ask me what I felt about their interpretations. And then they write a book and they become known for that. So I don't really like archaeologists. Anyway, we have our own stories, and these are the stories I share with my grandchildren, and they're all going to grow up to be Lakota, and We don't like casinos. We don't like anything that colonizes us. We don't like people mining oil, mining uranium. There's a story about how at one time, before any life could be here, uranium was above ground, and it was so deadly, nothing could exist, not even the trees. And after thousands of years of everybody trying to grow, maybe 50, 100 feet of death of everything that tried to live, covered that uranium up. So then it became safe. And then the trees came out first to purify our air. And then the water seeped out from deep within Mother Earth. We know those as dinosaur water. That's their water that came up above the earth. And then that's how our life began. I'm not talking for any other nation, but those are stories that we know in our way. So today, the songs didn't go like the first song the Meadowlark sang. That song is still used. I think it's the third song at a Sundance ceremony, because that reflects to that time when we first came upon the earth. And so today the songs are different and a little bit different, but similar. And I'll sing one verse of one, and how, you could tell the difference from how it was that first time to this time. So hey, hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, ya, hey, hey, ya, ha, hey, ha, well, hey, 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 ya, ha, hey, ya, ya, hey, ha, hey, ya, hey, ho, yo, hey, ho, yo, hey, ho, hey, ho. Ha, oh, ya, de, de, go way down, check it up, oh, la, call, we, cho, ha, ki, o, te, ke, lo, do, se, che, ko, hey, ya, ya, u, cha, cha, no, pa, ki, u, ha, che, ki, ya, po, hey, you. So that's kind of a modern way, but nothing really ever changed too much. It will just slightly change. So, well, thank you all for listening to me. I told you guys the origin story, and in record time, it took less than 15 minutes. I'm getting good.
You are very good, Grandfather Alex, and thank you so much for sharing with us.
Mhm.
So delightful to have you with us today. And you all just witnessed our Woodlands traditional way where the women choose the men to speak. So that's
Yeah.
what we did. And we're
Yeah, well-
honored to be able to step into those original ways, the original
Mhm.
teaching.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, thank you, grandfather. It's been such an honor to
Mhm.
hear the Lakota story. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I want to teach you the mating call of the weasel. Since this all started with the weasel, it took me years to figure this one out because it's the first sound that we hear in the spring. And I kept asking everybody I know, what is that? What is that sound? It's not the crickets, it's not the frogs, it's too early for all that. And it took me years. So it's a little bit of a trill, and I want to teach you all the weasel's trill, so we can all do it together and honor the weasel for bringing us this opportunity to drum together. And it goes kind of like this. Can you all do it with me? Can you turn your mics back on and trill like the weasels with me?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to talk with the animals up here on the mountain in the forest. And even if it takes me years to figure out whose voice is what, it's beautiful when they all come together just like we're doing today. And we are returning to the original instructions that we all came in with. Okay, so the plains people came first. They brought the energies of the sun, and that shines out and it speaks out and it keeps us warm, it warms us up and brings us laughter. And then we in the woodlands ways came to bring the energies of the moon. We are the people of the moon energies, and that balances the energies here on earth. We are the true red race. And I've talked with Grandfather Alex about this a little bit before, that Lakota people were actually woodlands people, but the DNA is left out as red race, as true red race on the East Coast woodlands people. So we're still having those conversations, and we're welcome to hear anybody's insight, that has anything to add to that. But please stand up for us, stand up for the true red race and the woodlands people on the East Coast Native people, as we balance with the Plains people the energies of the sun and the moon, which is about to take place tomorrow in the eclipse. They're having an intimate moment. And in our way, we give them that privacy. We allow them to experience that intimacy, just like we did when we were people of the fire and we all came together. But we also, in the Salagi way, we thought that because the frog, the big bullfrog, started talking in the middle of the day, like it was night, that he had swallowed the sun. And so we go out and we take our drums and we make a lot of noise. We don't look, but we make a lot of noise so we can scare away the frog so he doesn't completely swallow the sun in the eclipse time. So I encourage you all to find your own tradition, or, do whatever feels right to you at this auspicious time of the union of the sun and the moon here from the earth. And so we will all be part of that as we raise our energy and raise our frequency today with our drum. And in the shamanic healing ways, we connect with our spirit helpers, and our drum helps us do that. So we actually build our relationship with our helpers, and our drum helps us do that. And as you listen to this, what we call shamanic style drumming that I led us in just now, you will hear different spirits come into the drum. You will hear their voice, you will hear their footsteps, you will hear their trills, their whatever they do. You'll hear that sneak into the drum, or sometimes it pounces and it leaps in with a lot of big noise. So listen closely and you will hear the energies that join us as we're doing what we're calling in this way shamanic drumming. It's a controversial word. It's our healing traditions that we all came in with. This wave of humans, we can all reach back to our ancestors in this wave of humans because we're still here. And if we don't change our ways, we're not going to be able to stay. We're going to be like so many waves of humans that have come before us. And we are now in the prophecies in the fourth world. That's why Chief Elaine named his organization the Four Worlds. The first world was the stone people. They came first. Okay, I have 2 stones out by my altar. I should have brought them in, but I didn't think to. But that was the original sound. There are 2 stones that sound like they have a lot of metal. And when I clink those 2 together, you can just feel and hear that they were the original musical instruments in our part of the world. And the stone people taught and brought the water people. And then together they brought the plant people. And then the 3 of them brought the animal people. And they're all teaching us together how to be human. So we are on the verge of the 5th world, where we will be held accountable for being fully human. And part of being fully human is that we are here on the middle realm of Earth. We are the go-between that unites the lower realms where the power animals are and the higher realms where our teachers and our helpers are. And when we do the true shamanic journey, or in our words, just the medicine journey, we journey to those helpers and we communicate with them through our drum. We tell them when we're ready to go into the trance state, some call it, or just a delta healing state where we give ourselves over to the helpers. We know them, we trust them, we only work with those who have done their work, so that we are very clear and we are able to integrate higher realms and lower realms through the elements on this middle realm. And we are not susceptible to the dark astral realm around the middle realm, the dark energies on earth, the dark entities. We do not work with them. We do not channel. We do not allow them in our space, because we hold the true original teachings of the elements coming through the humans and the animals and the water and the stones to unite the lower worlds and the higher worlds. And this is our healing relationship. Our helpers bring us gifts, like the ones who bring me the songs. The first song that I got was my journey song. Again, it took me years to figure out what was going on and what to do with it, and to work it into my practice of drumming, which I had done on my fingers when I was a child, when our ways were illegal and we weren't allowed to have our drums or our songs or anything. We were simply required to assimilate. And so I was required to take 7 years of piano lessons, which didn't speak to my soul at all. So I would sit around and I would drum with my fingers, and I couldn't even do it on my desk as a little kid in school. You know, I had to do it on my arm or under my desk on my leg, you know, anywhere I could, because I always had to be doing this. And if you have that energy, bring it to your drum, you know, bring your spirit in, bring your spirit out into the world in the way that is truly and uniquely your own. Those are our healing ways. When we go into a period of suffering, it's because we are not walking in our unique original gifts that we came here to share with everyone in these ways. And this is how we can go to a shamanic healer who can bring back a helper to help us step back into our own unique path and walk in our own unique way, so that we are doing our part, like the little hummingbird that helps put out the forest fire, you know, with its tiny beak, doing its part and opening hearts to joy as we step into our authenticity in that way. This is the healing of the drums and the shamanic way that we want to share today. We want to do that, and I want to open up for a few questions. Shonda's going to tell us we're probably about 7 minutes till we need to drum again. And
Yes, let me jump in here really quick. Everyone make sure we will start back up at 2:33 Central, 3:33 Eastern. That's only probably about 5 or 6 minutes away. Make sure that you know how to get to your original sound and get that set. Also take your break, make sure you're hydrated. This will be another 27-minute cycle of drumming.
yeah, and I want to ask you please to be aware that there is a lead drum, and if you are too close to your mic, you're going to interfere with that. So please give yourself some distance, especially if you have a real high-pitched drum. Makes it hard to hold that rhythm and hold that frequency and the energies that we're creating. And if your little Muppet box shows up green, you're overpowering the lead drum. And that's when you'll hear me hit the drum really hard so that I can bring it back to the lead. And please don't make me do that, because it really interferes with my own energy and the listening to the spirits as they come in. I don't drum as much as I listen, you know. I am the hands, I'm the ears, I'm bringing the spirit helpers in through that. And if you're not able to allow that lead drum, it makes it hard on me. This is kind of tough already. So help me out in that way. If you have any questions for me or Grandfather Alex, got a
And
few
quickly,
minutes.
sister, I will add to that sentiment. Please make sure that you are not just hearing your drum, but hearing the drums of the circle as well. So that's the
Yes.
main thing. You need to either back away from the mic or slow your power on your skin. Thank you.
Thank you, Shonda, for that. Yeah, this is so helpful. And I may again pass the lead. I surprised Becky. I apologize. I didn't give you time to check in or do your sound check or anything. I just brought your energy in. I just wanted to bring that energy in. And so I may do that again, if I get tired or I need a break, I may ask somebody to pick up that lead and hold that lead for me again. Yeah, thank you, Sylvia. I see your offering and I appreciate that very much. And any questions? Any questions about anything you've heard us speak about or your last drumming session or anything
I would
with
like to offer a sort of a comment, I guess, and that's the first call that I learned, which is ooh, 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 ooh. The call of the mourning dove. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Beautiful, Sylvia. Thank you so much. The winged ones are our helpers, And my dog's over there looking at me like, oh, don't do the woodpecker, please don't do the woodpecker. So I won't do the woodpecker and I won't do my trill. It's very hard not to when our energies are so beautifully entwined like this. But if you have any questions for Grandfather Alex, he's still here with us. And if you'd
I
like
think
to.
we will hold our grandfather for our next round. We are 2 minutes and counting. Everyone will please get your drums and let's get ready to go.
Yeah, and Pam, are you going to be able to give us that countdown clock again? That was so helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
Thank
it was at 2:33, Pamela, please, or 3:33, wherever you're at.
Yeah, it counts us down with how many minutes. It's really, really good. And
oh, that's a 27-minute count, by the way, Pamela.
yeah, and Grandfather, again, I will ask if you would like to lead this drumming round. Would you like to be the lead drum, Grandfather Alex, in this round?
He may be on break. Yeah, his
Yeah,
camera's off.
Taking a break, so
There he comes.
Did you hear me, Grandfather? Would you like to lead us in this next drumming round?
Certainly. I just wanted to tell everybody, you guys all made those sounds from that chipmunk, or what was it?
The weasel
Yeah, the
trill,
weasel.
and then the mourning dove.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. I'll take all of you as my wives. No, I'm just teasing you. You know, culture, we like to tease, so you have to put up with me.
We're happy to. We're happy to put up with you, Grandfather Alex. So you've got your original sound. Do you need a sound check, Grandfather Alex? We've got a few more minutes. Does anybody need an able original sound check before we begin this next round of drumming?
Grandfather, go ahead and check your drum, please. You're good. Solid drum. Thank you, Grandfather.
And can I ask, on iPhone, am I in the background anyway and I can play a bit louder, or is it the opposite to that?
I think
Now-
you're in the background, Tracy, I think. Does that sound right to you, Shonda?
Yes, yes,
And I
exactly.
appreciate all the movement, all the bodies moving with your drumming is so helpful too.
And remember, please turn on your camera and dance if you're not drumming. We would
Yeah,
love
I feel
we
like
would
it.
love our dancers here. Thank you. And we're ready, sister. Start the timer, please.
We're done.
Okay, Grandfather Alex is our lead. Please be respectful of the lead drum. Thank you, Grandfather. I'll pick up from there if you need me to.
I did a song. It's someone else's turn.
It's a beautiful song.
Thank you, Grandfather. Thank you.
Cool.
Sister Becky, take the lead drum, please.
Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. Yahweh, 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 Yah Yahweh, 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 Whee!
Which, voila, voila. Amanda, take the lead drum, please.
Ooh.
Chris Snow, take the lead drum, please.
Louder, Chris.
You still may have original sound problems. Suzanne, take the lead drum, please.
You hear it?
No, not yet. Sylvia, everybody check your original sound, Suzanne, please. Sylvia, take the lead drum, please. you, sister. Grandmother Gail, take the lead drum, please. Becky, take the lead drum, please.
Watch out for my little coyote dog.
I know what's going on. That dog's dancing. Sister Becky, take the lead drum, please.
Should have heard the guys rocking the round dance last night. 50,
Okay.
60 beautiful songs.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and pull down. Let's pull down. We've got about 3 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling spotlights. That'll give us an extra few minutes here because it seems like many of you don't even have original sound on. So we'll have to, yeah, let's, we're going to pull spotlights down. We have 2 minutes remaining. Everyone, turn on your mics and let's sing for 2 moments. Aho, ado, ado.
Ooh,
All of you, we're gonna have to do this more often.
Sister,
yeah.
bring your original sound back in, please.
Oh man, I got to get a rich sound.
Thank you. Thank you all. This was so much fun. So beautiful, so sweet.
Okay, we are going to return. Okay. We have an echo, which means somebody still has original sound on. Everybody make sure original sound is off. I think it's corrected. Or is somebody muted, one of the two? So we are going to do about a 13-minute conversation on the upcoming Eighth Fire Continuum. Oh, I thought I had my picture loaded here. I've got the global, forget I'm in the global fire ceremony room. So we're just going to talk behind the Union of Nations banner. Gail, would you like to lead us in and tell everyone, or do you need a break, sister?
I'm good. I'm good.
Very good. Tell everyone what we are doing with the Eighth Fire Continuum, please.
Okay, we are gathering again on the 21st, and we are carrying forward in that energy of the Eighth Fire prophecy that Chief Mullane brought to us, and that a whole contingency of people carried in Palenque recently. Many of you saw pieces, at least, of that celebration and of that energy that was created. And now Shonda can tell you more about the continuum part, the way that we are bringing people together and sharing fire teachings and bringing our ashes and spreading them around to many different people in many different parts of the world, and bringing all those energies together with the element of fire and the teachings of the fire. So Shonda, give us more details, please, on how everyone can participate.
Thank you, sister. And like I said, I forgot to load all my other stuff. So I'm speaking from behind the Union of Nations banner here. I am Shonda with the Earth Mother Network, and you are in the Global Fire Ceremony Room on the One World Earth Network. We are very gracious today to Compassion Games and the Sign Network for allowing us to bring this ceremony within these sacred halls. So we would like to do a shout out to John Raymer and the amazing Summer Raymer for allowing us this honor here. And as well, our beloved Chief Phil Vane and Adriana Alvarez and all the amazing people within the Indigenous-led global peace movement, and of course the allies that are there in support. The original Eighth Fire, well, actually, let's not use the word original, because the Eighth Fire ceremonies have been around and with Brother Phil for a while, but we're going to start with the one in Hidalgo on the October 28th fire. That fire, how the Eighth Fire Continuum began. Brother Phil came back from Mexico with the ash bundle. Of course, many other wisdom keepers took ash bundles from that fire, and they have spread. I believe we even have Sister Susan with us that was part of the original mailing. And I think, is she still here? I'm looking around, seeing if Susan's still here. I think she is. Yes, she is. She took a break, though. So what ended up happening, Brother John Raymer went from Seattle up to Vancouver, picked up the ash bundle from Brother Phil and distributed it to the Earth Mother Network and the Fire Keepers within the Union of Nations, which is our Indigenous teaching platform that Grandmother Gail Thomas is the director of. From there, every month we have had a Eighth Fire Continuum burn with the Union of Nation Firekeepers every third Sunday of the month. So as in tradition, coming up this month on the 21st, we will be having another burn. This one is very special, however, because one of the elders with actually, I believe he is the founder of the Sacred Infinite Fire Festival. He is based out of I think he's in, if I'm not mistaken, he's maybe in Germany. I know the ceremony is based out of Europe. They are having their festival from the 14th through the, I believe, 24th. Anyway, we will be tying in with that Sacred Fire Festival in this room, the Global Fire Room, on the 21st. So we will be bringing, as requested by Brother Phil and the 8th Fire Continuum, we will be bringing the European fires in, and that's such an honor. So we, everybody mark that date to be back in this room on the 21st. And it also looks like, as confirmed last night, after the 8th Fire Continuum here in the Global Fire Room, we will be bringing in the live feed from the 16th annual Planet Peace Earth Day Festival in New York City. You guys, please follow the oneworld.earth events feed. All this is already there. I will post here in a few minutes all of those links to where you can follow these ceremonies. And that's about it. We have a few minutes left, Gail, so I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Shonda. If anybody would like to share fire teachings in our gathering on the 21st, please just let us know. Send a message to me or Shonda, or however you can, let us know, and we'd be happy to bring you into the fire teaching part of our gathering on that day, as well as bringing your fire in and getting ashes to you, and whatever we need to do to really stretch that energy out and take it all around the world and unite, really bring us together. And I feel like what we're doing here today is a beautiful way of bringing us all together as well. And we've got earth and the water in our bodies and the fire of the action in our heart that we're taking today. This is verb-based action. We're coming together, we're uniting in frequency and energy and sound and healing and sharing ourselves from our heart. So we're glad that all of you are here and that we can do these things now with this beautiful technology that actually includes the crystals from this sacred mountain right across on the north side where the ancestors sit. All the crystals in our gadgets come from this area of Turtle Island because we have the purest crystal. And there's an article, I think it's in Science magazine, that says what would happen to all of our gadgets if the mind shuts down or we run out of crystals. And so they're doing all this expansion, and I hope that they will preserve our beauty and our energy of this sacred mountain as we share those crystals with the world and we come together in these ways and share our energy. But you know, we can go back to our original telepathy. We've had to try that out a few times and it works great. And our original instructions did all of these things in the most beautiful ways. So this is just the way we're doing it now. Does anybody have any questions or anything before we go into our last round? Just open your mic and speak if you do. Yeah, we're at that point where we've done enough shamanic style drumming that maybe when I was singing, you could tell a lot of helpers were coming through. And so there was a lot of changes. And I wasn't expecting my little dog to be so perceptive. But he was letting me know about everything that was going on. And so I encourage you again, this is kind of what we call a trance state. It's not a way out woo-woo thing. It's just a relaxed, some people say theta, some people say delta state in the body that makes us more of a hollow bone. But we do want to be careful and work only with the energies that have done their work, that are clear and pure, and that we are in relationship with. So the next round could get even more interesting and more fun as we open up a little bit to the energies that we're creating.
May I share a little flute music before we?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'd love some flute music, Sylvia. Yeah. Shonda's got the clock for us. She'll tell us what we need to do, but please, Sylvia.
Sylvia, check your original sound. Beautiful. Thank you, sister.
Bringing that air element to the forefront.
And we are there once again. Sister, are you still with us is our timekeeper still with us? We're going for a 20-minute round to the top of the hour. Then from there, we go into open conversation.
So 20 minutes now?
Yes, 20 minutes to the top of the hour.
Is A-Marie Brown still here with us? Does she want to share? No, she's gone.
We are still live on Walking the Red Road. There's a lot of comments over there. Ceremony is being appreciated. So thank everyone for spending the time to show up. Uh-huh.
Mm. 20 minutes doesn't take us though to the top of the hour.
That's fine. Just take us to the top of the hour. I think we've ran over. I think that's 15 minutes now.
45 would take us to the top of the hour.
No, I'm sorry. We're supposed to get good cat sister. We're supposed to go to 3:33.
Okay. 18 minutes. Got it.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you, sister. Gail, you need original sound back on.
Everybody join in.
Yes, we hear you. Amanda takes the lead drum,
Amanda
please.
takes the lead drum, please.
Sylvia, take the lead drum, please. Suzanne, take the lead drum, please. Sister Becky, take the lead drum, please. We're at 3 minutes. Grandmother Gal. Bring us out, please. And it is 3:33. This life. Everyone, please turn original sound off.
Grandfather Alex, I'm glad to have this opportunity to sing that song because it came to me in the dream time from the spring here on my land on the sacred mountain. It came in Lakota language because we've held Lakota Traditional Lodge here for 15 years right by this spring. And I'm so happy that I could share that gratitude from the spring to you in your language. And
I
to
have
all
a
of
question, Grandmother Gail. What came to me was the like I could hear the spring peepers there for a while in one of the drummings. I could hear the spring peepers and the way they come out first thing in the spring and make that unmistakable noise and sound, and underneath it you hear that heartbeat. Then I was thinking there must be a song for those cicadas when they come out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Must be a
sweet.
song for that. That was gonna freak everybody out if it happens tomorrow.
Do you know a friend of mine who's he was a rock
it
and roll
could.
drummer. One day in the backyard, we had the thousands of cicadas in Australia here, and he is a drummer, and he went and got the hand drum, a djembe. He no, Durham Booker, and he just drummed with the cicadas, and it was amazing. And I don't know what to say. It's like 35 years ago, but I've never forgotten it. It was just something special, yeah, with the cicadas. Yeah.
Mhm. We
That
actually
was
have a
beautiful.
dance to the cicadas that our musician in the UK recorded in Italy while he was back in his homelands in Rome. So we're doing it on the 27th of this month for the Vegan Fest. So come dance with the cicadas in the
Yeah,
Ritual Transformation dance. I was hearing that too, Becky, and I was
yeah,
looking around for it because I couldn't quite
yeah.
understand why it was here.
And I could
They've
hear a hawk too, and some of the meadow birds.
Mm,
The one I
beautiful.
like the best when it comes back in the spring is the red-winged blackbird.
Mm-hmm.
Its
Oh,
its
yeah.
call says to me it's spring coming. Yeah. And then when you hear the barn swallows return, they talk in a really cute way, like they got little marbles in their mouth or something. The way they talk, so cute.
Yes. Sweet.
For
Yeah.
those of you that are out of the country that have not heard yet, we have two broods that are rising in the eastern woodlands at the same time. I think it's the first time in 170 years these two broods have arisen at the same time. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have to live stream Gail out in the woods on that one.
Mhm.
They're coming, sister.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. Thank you all so very much for joining in this way.
This was a good time. Miigwech. Yeah.
Wadaw, Panamioche.
I'm in love with that guy there. I'll have to go be one of his wives, maybe. I don't know. He's so handsome.
You want to get live, Becky? Come on, love.
Let
I'm
it
gonna
be
have to see.
known on this day within the Global Fire Ceremony Room, a match was
I'm gonna
made.
have to sing a heartbreak song.
Yeah, don't break my heart too soon, honey. I'll think of that Buddy Redbow song I love so much. The Indian love song. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel a good feeling. Here it is for all of you.
Mhm.
We can defeat the darkness because we are the light, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it has
Yeah.
been quite an amazing experience. The first time that I believe this has been done within the Earth Mother Network. I know it's been done everywhere, but this has been very sacred to me, that my family has gathered like this. So, Wado, thank you all so very much. And let's say goodbye to the Global Fire Ceremony Room. And well, no, I'm sorry. We're going to say goodbye to Walking the Red Road as far as our live stream. Unless you guys have conversation you would like to carry on before we take down the live stream.
Just hope to see everybody back again for our fire on the 21st at whatever time that is. Sean, did you know what time that is?
Oh, yes.
Well, that's kind of a controversy right now. We were planning, well, this is also the Earth Mother 7th annual Earthfest Convergence starts on the 20th. So normally, under regular circumstance, we would start at 1 o'clock Central and run through 7 p.m. But now that the Sacred Infinite Fire Festival in Europe is going to be joining us here in the Global Fire Room, we're still not sure. We do know that if we increase that, we're going to start earlier, possibly 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, to bring in all of the fire keepers so that we may be complete with fire ceremony at 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, because that is when we will be bringing in the live feed from New York City for the 16th annual ceremony up there. And that is in conjunction with Sign Network, Brand Earth, and several others, Compassion Games, Andrew, Christina, so many producers working on that amazing ceremony. And it's going to be an honor to co-create with them this year and hopefully in the future. Chris, did you have something you wanted to say, sister? Okay, let's do a final run of the feather here. Becky, go ahead, please.
Oh, thank you, Miigwech. Yeah, I just want to wish everyone a very reverent eclipse. Whether you can see it with your own eyes or not, you can feel it in your heart, and just share love for all your brothers and sisters worldwide in that very moment. So all be well, Miigwech.
Thank you, sister.
Nikanagana, all my relations.
Miigwech. Sister Amanda, take the feather, please.
Thank you for the community, and may we all feel that blessing of joy as it resurfaces for us all, from the earth to the sun, to the moon, to the stars. May we be held in that sacred, incredible container, which means that we are safe and sacred, and we remember that all life is safe and sacred.
Thank you, sister. Sister Chris, take the feather, please.
Thank you for being with me through this experience. It was considered it like a preparation for tomorrow. I am near the path of totality, and I'll be joining in at the near the Serpent Mound with many mutual friends. And I'm grateful for Becky Big Canoe saying have a reverent eclipse, because that feels like the energy I'm bringing to it. Very internal. I've been working a lot on just becoming the vibration and the color to receive and entrain, with that moment, to be open to all possibilities of our highest good and the highest good of all that is, of course. Thank you so much. Passing the feather back.
Thank you, sister. Sister Sylvia, take the feather, please.
Thank you to everyone for this blessing and for sharing the whimsy of our four-legged and winged friends through the calls. And I would like to offer, if I can, there it is, the selenite wand energy and the ametrine and purple geode lotus to this ritual and preparation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sister. Brother Tim, pick up the feather, please.
Wishing love and blessings and all that is holy and just truly divine for everybody. Let us be together. Let everything work well. Let it all be good. Let it be done.
Thank you, brother. Sister Tracy, pick up the feather, please.
Oh, thank you. And I'm just so pleased to be here. Ringing in my ears is that commitment, and it's through sickness and health and all those things they say in the vow. And I'm committed. And so these are my vows. I'm committed to be here. Sometimes it's in silence, but as one of my friends said, he drops on the cushion in front of Bubba when he's tired, but he shows up every day. And that's what matters. So thank you, family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. Sister Ursula, pick up the feather, please.
Yes, I'm so pleased that we've been together and created a heartbeat that I hope the Great Mother might feel the warmth of our longing that she should be well again. And with this influence of the Great Father, it's going to pass an influence to her that she needs. And may we give that support to the moon, that for a moment it may not feel or feel like it's close to or seen, but we say, yes, we're all together in this, and may the transference happen smoothly, and that everything will get brighter after this process.
Thank you, sister. Sister Suzanne, pick up the feather, please.
Good night, everybody. It's almost 11 here in Switzerland. It was a great and a wonderful time with you. Thank you so much, everybody here. Thank you, Shanda. Thank you, Grandmother Gail. Everybody, it was awesome, wonderful. My heart is full and I'm very happy inside. And maybe you can see I'm radiating a lot. It was really awesome. Well, for me now, it's really time to go to sleep, to have a drink time, and meanwhile, for until the next time, I wish you all the best and have a nice what's the name of it? Moon sun eclipse tomorrow. With you in my heart, and let's continue.
Thank you, sister. Sister Lynn, pick up the feather, please.
Yes, blessings to all for this amazing sacred space we've been in this afternoon for you and this evening for myself and others here. And let us bring peace and calm to the animal beings on the planet tomorrow and all the ocean and its wonderful light beings in the ocean and the bird life in the sky, because the solar eclipse is very special, especially as it's bringing new energy to a new moon, which may affect them all. So tomorrow, if we can just remember to pass our prayers to all those I've just mentioned, and bring them back into their beings after it's happened in this new energy that I think, will be receiving. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. And we have Nan Claudia on her way back from the union of the eagle, condor, quetzal, and hummingbird in Palenque. And Claudia is one of our sacred fire keepers. Nan Claudia, can you give us an update, please?
Hey everyone. Blessings. I'm coming to you from Kerrville, Texas right now. And I was just visiting the Guadalupe River and spent some time also at the Mimitsi River. And what's that? Mitso Lake, sorry. That's where it turns into a lake. And that's where I will be spending the time tomorrow during the solar eclipse. I'll probably end up having a little fire off to the side. I have my fire bowl when I'm traveling and, worst case scenarios. So I was able to spend a lovely day and evening and morning with with our brother Keith Spence. So I met him and we exchanged some sacred ashes from the 8th fire in Palenque that we had going all week long. And so we got to spend a lovely evening together. And we had coffee this morning, and then we headed on our way here. So the adventure continues, and I'm going to try to get close enough to these lakes in the morning and grab some of the waters from them. So good to be here with you all, and again, sending love and blessings.
Thank you so much, sister. And this is a prime example of the movement of the 8th fire continuum. Those ashes will be on their way to Europe and Nicaragua in the morning. So this is a beautiful movement. Thank you so much, sister, for bringing those ashes to join the original Mexico ashes from last October, so that we may increase the power energy of this movement. Thank you so much, sister. Grandfather Alex.
I appreciate everybody meeting you all. It feels good to be welcomed amongst you. It felt so peaceful. I almost took a nap while everybody was drumming. So tomorrow is an important day. The moon, she's going to go dark for a few seconds. And that's a sign that we should let the past go and start fresh without no trauma, let the bad feelings go, and try to start a new path. Hohechetu, pilamaya pelo.
What thank you, grandfather. Grandmother again.
Dohi Nunatali Dohi Gali Iliga Osada. Peaceful serenity in this life as it is, we are grateful. Until again, Damadoga Oni.
And from the Global Fire Ceremony Room on oneworld.earth, we wish you all well. Many blessings.
Thank you, Shonda.
So
Yes,
our
thank you
live
so
stream
much,
is down. We are all still here. We just took our live stream down, and we are going to stop our recording.